Hi there, Amy Starr here, and in today's video I am going to be talking about some QR code marketing strategies, how to use QR codes in your marketing to generate leads. And I'm also going to be showing you how to track your leads if you are using a QR code. So in case you don't know what a QR code is, a QR code is this little code here that is on a lot of physical marketing these days. You can see like I'm getting ready to move, so I'm getting a lot of moving stuff in the mail right now. And all of it has a QR code on it, right? Because what this does is it makes it really easy if you have business cards, brochures, you're sending flyers in the mail, you're putting signs on the side of the road, you're hanging flyers in stores. It just makes it really easy for somebody to just scan this with the camera on their phone and it'll take them right to the website rather than having to type in a website. So that's the whole purpose of a QR code. They are typically used on forms of marketing that can be scanned with a phone. And you can use them on websites and things like that, but they don't make as much sense on a website because if somebody is, even if they're on their mobile device looking at a QR code, they can't scan the QR code that they're looking at on their mobile device. But if they see a sign on the side of the road or a flyer hanging in a library and they're interested in what is being advertised there, they can scan the QR code and it'll take them right over to the website. So QR codes are becoming more and more popular these days, with modern technology, and everybody just wants things to be as simple as possible. So it is a lot more simple for people to be able to scan a code with their phone than it is for them to type in https:// and a domain name, right? So what's cool is QR codes are very simple to create, and there are so many ways that we can use them in our marketing. In this video, I'm going to share a few of those ways. And I really just want to start out by talking about like two of the main ways that QR codes can be used are A, to generate a sale, and B, to generate a lead. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm a huge believer in always generating a lead before you try to sell somebody something. So what does that mean? That means you're giving somebody something of value, something that they want to see or learn or digest. And in exchange for that, they're going to exchange their name and contact information, their name and email address. So they're going to get added onto my subscriber list in my autoresponder. And so from there, I'm going to deliver the value that I promised them. And then I'm going to share whatever offer that I wanted to get in front of them. However, if they don't purchase right now, they're still on my email list. So they're still going to continue to get value from me. And someday when the timing is right for them, as long as I stay in front of them, they're a lot more likely to become a customer of mine. So I really believe that it's important to generate leads in our marketing, not just send people directly to see our sales page or, sign up for whatever it is that we're selling, our products, our retreats, our coaching, whatever it is. It's better to give them something for free and, generate the lead first. Okay. So in this training today, I'm going to show you some different ways that you can generate leads using QR codes. I will also show you how to track where your leads are coming from. Because if you're using QR codes in physical locations, then, it's great if you're generating lots of leads, but it's even better if you can tell like which locations are generating the most leads. Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. I'm going to show you how to generate a QR code. And so let's get into it. So this training that I'm doing right now is I'm doing it because I have a member on my team. I do a team mastermind for some of the members on my team every week inside of the Home Business Academy. And one of my members is a new member, and we have it's called the turnkey system inside of the Home Business Academy, which is really cool. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it here, but basically it's a way where our new affiliates can actually generate leads and sales kind of like just by plugging into the system. They don't have to build any of their own pages, and it's ready to go right out of the box, which is unique because usually in affiliate programs, they'll give you a link to a sales page, but not a way to generate leads. So he wants to use this new system to generate leads by using flyers that he wants to hang up in different locations around town, as well as, they're called bandit signs that you've probably seen them on the side of the road. Sometimes you'll see people advertising things and they have just signs around town with, whatever it is that they're advertising. And he wants to put a QR code on his signs and on his flyers. And so he was asking about the best way to do that in a way where he could tell which locations were producing the most amount of leads. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And this applies, as well for anything that you might be promoting. So let's start off. I'm just going to show you how to create a QR code, and then we will go from there. Okay, so to create a QR code, the way that I do it is inside of Canva. Now, I think it might be a free feature. I'm not 100% sure. I have a pro Canva account, which I highly recommend. Canva, the pro version of Canva, is very, very affordable and has, so many more features that you can use than you can in the free version. So because I have the pro version, I'm not 100% sure if this is available in the free version, but this is a really cool thing that you can do with Canva. So it's very simple to create a QR code. So there are a couple of different ways that you can do it. If you want like a template to put your QR code on, you can come into Canva and just type in QR code under templates, and it'll give you all kinds of ideas for, different types of flyers and things where you can put your QR code on them, and you can use one of these templates. What I'm going to show you today is just how to create the QR code. This is what I do, and then I can put it wherever I want in my marketing. In that case, I'm just going to click create, and I'm just going to say custom size, and I just want a square. So I'm going to do 1,000 by 1,000 square, and it'll just give me a blank square. Now I'm going to click on elements, and I'm just going to click on or type in QR code. And you'll see it'll auto-populate QR code generator. So just select that. And then what it's going to do, it's going to ask me for a URL. So whatever link URL I put in here, it's going to generate a QR code that's going to take people to that link. So like I said, like for, on a moving flyer, it's probably going to scan in their website. It's just going to take you to their website. What I like to do is I like to take people to a place where they can put in their name and email address so that I can capture the lead. So wherever my QR code is, it's somewhere where people have the opportunity to opt in for something. So in the example that I'm going to show you, I'm going to be showing you how I could generate leads to my turnkey system that I was just talking about, which is a capture page where I can generate leads and then it'll show them my system inside of the Home Business Academy. But you could do the same exact thing for anything at all that you're promoting. You just need to have a capture page of some sort. So I have the turnkey system, but I also have a lot of my own capture pages. So I could use any of my capture pages that I've created myself as well. So I'll show you how to do both. But for now, we just need to be able to put in a link right here to generate the QR code. So you'll see right here, it says your turnkey system is ready, and this is my link. So if I just copy this link, I can paste it in here, and I can generate the code. And now this, I can stretch this, whatever I want to do with it. Usually I just stretch it to full size, and then I just download the code just like it is. And then I have it on my computer and I can add it to any of my flyers, signs, anywhere that I want to put it. So that's how easy it is to create a QR code. All you do is you give it where you want the people to go when they scan it, and it will give you the code. And this is a unique code that is only for that particular website. However, let's say that I want to know, so I'm going to take this code for my turnkey system and I'm going to put it on signs. I'm going to put a sign in front of, certain locations around town. I'm going to hang flyers in the library and in the grocery store and different locations around town. And I want to be able to tell when I get leads from this code. Right now when someone scans the code, this is where they're going to come. They're going to come here and they can put in their name and email address. So I'm going to get this lead. But if I want to be able to know which QR code they scan to get onto my email list, And I'm also doing marketing online. So some of my leads are coming from my Facebook profile, a Facebook post, or an email that I sent. There's like so many different places that people, leads can come from, right? So it's good to know where our leads are coming from. And if we're doing physical marketing, and hanging stuff around town or putting out signs, it's good to know which signs are generating the most leads. So all we would do to be able to track where our leads are coming from, there are a couple of different ways to do this. For the sake of this turnkey system, one of the things that's so cool about it is because it's turnkey and they want to make it as simple as possible for people, they have the tracking built in. So if I click here on tracking and I type, let's say I'm going to put a sign at the library or a flyer at the library, and I want to know that the leads that come from that, I want to know that they're coming from the library. So if I just type in library here, you'll see how it adds this tracking code to my link. So now if I copy this link instead of just this other link that I had, now I want to delete this QR code because it doesn't have any tracking on it. So I want to put in my new link with the tracking. So now my link, it's the same capture page, but it has this tracking on it. So now when I generate the code, it's giving me a link that's going to have that tracking code on it. And what I want to do is I want to save this page. I want to call this page library so that I know that this is the QR code that is going to generate leads at the library, right? If I want to track another location, all I would have to do is change out this right here. So let's say grocery store. I'll just say grocery. I'm adding another page in Canva. I'm going to click generate code and it's going to give me another code for the grocery store. So it's very simple to do. And then I would just call this page grocery so that when I save all of these in a folder on my computer, I'll know which code is for the library, which code is for the grocery store. And we can create as many codes as we want. It's free to do in Canva, and we can put tracking on each one. Okay. So again, this is how we do it inside of our turnkey system because they make it super easy because the tracking is already built in. However, you can also track your leads on any capture page that you build yourself. So I'll give you an example of that right now. So this is one of my capture pages. And let's say that on my signs around town, I want to share with people how to live job-free and earn from anywhere, right? I could create a bandit sign and put it around town with a QR code on it, right? And it would take them to this page. And on this page, the same thing, they'll be opting in with their name and email address. And then once they do, they're going to get a video from me introducing myself and telling them, how I can help them monetize their passions and show them the way that I do it so that I can live job-free and work from anywhere, work online from anywhere. So let's say I wanted to use this page. Well, the tracking isn't automatically built in when you're using, your own capture pages. However, it is still really easy. I have built all of my pages inside of the HBA Home Business Academy funnel builder, and we have really easy to set up tracking that we can use on all of our pages. And I have done like a full, very easy video that goes into a lot more detail about that you can, I will leave here for you. So if you want to watch that, you can. It's here on my YouTube channel. But basically, let's say I was going to put a sign in front of the library for this capture page. I would put $T equals library. So this is my link with the tracking code in it. So if I copy this link, I'll add another page in my generator and I put this in here. So now it's going to a different capture page, but I'm also going to put a flyer in the library that, for this capture page. So I click generate code and then I'll just name this page Digital Nomad Library. So this way, again, when I save all these codes, I know what's what. I know where the code is leading people, and I also know the location where this code is going to be so that when the leads come in, I know where they're coming from. And again, I did a full video about how to track your leads, and I show you, how I'm able to see when somebody opts in. I get an email that tells me that they opted in and where they, what location they opted in from. Because I use this tracking not just on QR codes. I use this tracking everywhere in my marketing. So just to give you an example, here's my Facebook profile, and you'll see it says free goodies to up level your business. And I have a link here, and you'll see it's mydomain.com/resources !T equals FB for Facebook. So I know that if somebody comes here to my resources page, and there's a bunch of links on here that they can grab, if they want to grab some of my resources. So let's say they come here and they want to get my freebie funnel playbook, you'll see the link carried over up here to !T equals Facebook. So once they opt in here, it's going to tell me that they came from Facebook. And I know that FB means it's my Facebook profile. If somebody clicks here, you'll see that the link here says !T equals FB cover. Then I know that they came from my Facebook cover. In my YouTube videos, I always use the tracking as well. So here it says how I'm able to live job free and earn online from anywhere in the world. This is going to take people right to that page that I just showed you. But here I have the tracking !T equals YT for YouTube, and I have the date, March 5th, 2026. So when I get the email notification that I just got a lead from that capture page, it'll tell me that it came from this particular YouTube video. So then I know exactly which of my videos are producing leads. So we can track our leads, not just on QR codes. This video today is specifically about QR codes. So I just wanted to show you how you could use your tracking inside of your QR codes, but it's very, very simple to do. And I can't show you how to track your leads on every platform, depending on, it just depends what you're promoting and what platforms you have access to. But I can tell you that inside of the Home Business Academy, we have the ability to track our leads. And like I said, I did a full training on that. So I have another video that walks you through how to do that. Our platform is amazing, by the way. Our funnel builder that allows us to track our leads. We can build beautiful pages and track our leads and build membership sites and build courses, and people can book appointments with us, and we can build out quizzes. Like, there's so much that we can do inside of our platform, and it's only $25 a month. And one of the things that we have the ability to do is track our leads. So again, if you want to see the video where I walked you through that, you can do that. Just so you know, I also have a whole playlist on my YouTube channel with over 100 videos where I walk through some of the other cool things that you can do with our funnel builder. So if you want to check that out, I will leave a link to that as well. So that is how easy it is to create tracking for your QR codes. And you can create as many as you like. Then what I would recommend is when you download these, you can download them all to a specific folder on your computer that you could just label QR codes, and it will have them each named whatever you named them here. I would change the name of this to QR codes. And this way, when it downloads this, it'll download these in a zip file to your computer. You can put them in a folder and it'll say QR codes. And when you open it up, it'll have each of your QR codes individually named, so you know exactly what tracking is on each one. So if you go share, download, and if you want to just select all of your pages, and you'll see it shows my pages, and it shows where they're going to go, where the tracking is going, and just click download, and it's going to save them in a zip file called QR codes, because that's the title that I put up here. So I could create a new folder on my computer just called QR codes, and then click save, and that's it. And it'll save them into my QR code folder. And then whenever I need a QR code for any of my marketing, I can just go into that folder and easily find them. So that's some ways that you can use QR codes in your marketing to generate leads. And you can create QR codes for any lead capture page that you might have. There are endless ways that we can generate leads using QR codes, depending on, what type of lead magnets we're using, what type of freebies that we've created to offer people. And sometimes it's just a matter of, you don't even have to create anything. It's just a matter of giving people information. Like for this turnkey system, I didn't create anything, right? The turnkey system is already created, and it generates me leads and sales using my affiliate link. So it would be really easy for me to just put a QR code around town with, that says something on it to let people know that I can help them generate an income as an affiliate marketer from home. There are a lot of people right now looking for ways to earn additional income because of inflation, because people are getting laid off and all of this different stuff. And so using QR codes in the places that I know that people are hanging out I'm sure I could get leads doing this. And I know that, like I said, this man on my team is going to start doing this. And I think it's a great idea because there are a lot of people looking for ways to generate an income. And that's an example of a lead magnet that I didn't even have to create, that already is set up to capture leads for me and everything. So there are different types of lead magnets that we can create. Some of them might be just some type of a freebie that you create, or it can be something that's already created for you. Either way, I definitely recommend, if you're going to use QR codes, to put a lead capture page of some kind connected to your QR code so that you're generating leads. Because otherwise, if people are just scanning the code and going to a sales page, if they don't buy right there on the spot, you have no way to stay in touch with them. You have no way to give them more information or anything. Whereas if they opt in as a lead, now you can stay in touch with them. Especially if someone's driving down the road and they scan a QR code, they're distracted. Even if they're in the passenger seat, they might not pay for something right then and there, and then they might forget about it. But if they scan it and put in their name and email address to get more information about your service, or to grab a free giveaway that you have, or whatever it is, now they're on your email list. Now they can come back to it and they're going to get emails from you to remind them. So using QR codes to generate leads is definitely a very powerful strategy. One other video I wanted to let you know about is, if you want to know how to create a dynamic QR code. So in other words, you've already created the code, it's already out on your signs, but you want to change the destination that people get sent to when they scan it down the line, without having to change the code and get a new sign and all of that. I created a video about how to create dynamic QR codes as well. So if you want to check that out, that's also here on my channel. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm happy to help you out in any way that I can. And I will leave some information below as well. I will leave you the turnkey system that I mentioned in this video, because it is an amazing done for you system that's already set up with your capture page ready to go. And you literally could go create some QR codes and put them around, letting people know that you have a solution to help them earn an income, and you would probably generate leads and sales doing that. So I will leave a link to the turnkey system below if you want to check that out. I'll also leave a link to the other page that I showed you about how I can help you live job free and work from anywhere, if you want some information about that. And in case you just want information about our incredible funnel builder that I mentioned, I'll leave a link to that below as well. So I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. If you have a hype left, you get 3 hypes, I think it's per week with YouTube. So if you have the ability to hype my video, I'd really appreciate it, because that really helps my channel. And just thank you for being here today. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.